Guys, welcome back to my channel. Now in today's video I'm going to be doing a spring summer kind of look. It's going to be more pastel, it's going to be more casual, chic, on trend, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be really effortless. It's going to be just using a couple of eyeshadows, basically using one or two single brush, not too much of blending, very avant-garde, very much like creative kind of makeup. So I'm just going to be playing with my makeup. It's a therapy for me. As you guys know, I have been off from YouTube for the longest period of time. So without further ado, let's jump into today's video. As usual, I'm going to moisturize my skin. Skin prep has been like one of the most key important things in my makeup routine. If you have good skin, your makeup is gonna look flawless. If you've got bad skin, you treat it out. So I'm going to just use my trusty and worthy moisturizer. This is the e.l.f. Holy Hydration Face Cream. This has hyaluronic acids and peptides. It is going to plump your skin and it's going to give you the hydration which your skin needs. I'm just going to be taking a little bit and moisturize my skin. Very key important thing in my makeup routine. I've seen it on YouTube that a lot of pro makeup artists focus more onto skincare rather than just on makeup. So my skin is feeling all this moisture and feeling so plump and so good. Next, I'm going to fill up my brows. I'm going to be taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pomade. Then this is in the shade dark brown. I've been using this single pot for almost 2 years now. I'm going to be taking a small amount of dip brow pomade on this sort of a brush. This is the Morphe X Jeffree Star J57. You can basically get any kind of like a brush which has one side, it's kind of like a brow filling tip, and then the other spoolie brush. It's like just a basic brush. And I'm going to start filling them in. Once you have achieved this kind of like 2018 brows, so I'm going to be using my Got to Be Glued Invincible Styling Gel. I'm going to take it on just this much amount. I'm going to run this spoolie into the brow gel like this. And we're going to laminate our brows. So you keep on pressing this product like so. Don't worry if you look like a fucking cheap ass shit. I'm going to just tame these brows like so. And now I'm just gonna clean the top edge like so. So my brows are filled, and next I'm going to move on to my eyes. So to prime my lids, I'm going to be taking the P. Louise paste. This is in the shade number Numero 3. And I'm going to just take a very little amount because we're going to be using some colored base today for my eyeshadow look. Basically, you just need this much amount. You don't need something extra. You don't need something extra, bitch. Using any sort of like fluffy brush, I'm going to just start applying this. I'm just gonna give this clean base to our eyes. Before we apply any sort of eyeshadows, it's really necessary that you need to prime your lids. You can basically use any concealer of your choice as well. This is what I prefer. I also like to use MAC Paint Pot, but for the look which we are going for today, this works better because it has this kind of like a sticky consistency where your eyeshadows can kind of like grip, and the payoff is going to be exceptional. So before we jump into our eyeshadow, I'm going to use two color bases today. This is like a dupe to the Makeup Forever Flash palette. This is from a brand called iMagic. I'm going to be taking this turquoise shade on like a small sort of like a flat brush, and again I need a mirror, and I'm going to just place it towards the inner corner of my eyes. This is going to help the color stand out really well. Next, I'm going to be taking this kind of like a fuchsia pink shade on the same brush. I'm not going to change the brush because it can kind of like, blend with that as well. I'm going to just place it like this. Next, for my eyeshadows now, I'm going to be taking this Everything You Need Bright Matte palette. And this comes with these gorgeous colors from Beauty Bay. And I'm going to take this shade called Daydream, which is this kind of like a turquoise pastel. And I'm going to be taking the Morphe M456 brush. Slowly I'm going to just kind of pack this beautiful, beautiful shade, something like this. I'm gonna use onto the other side. And next I'm gonna be taking this shade called Cosmopolitan on this side of my eyes. This gives me very much of this retro 70s vibe. Oh my god, this looks stunning. I don't know about you. I'm gonna clean the same brush. I'm gonna go for this particular shade. This is called Living for Lavender. I'm gonna pick a small amount and I'm going to now blend it in between these two colors like this. Now I'm gonna go in this shade called Hello Sunshine. I'm going to slowly just blend these edges. I'm gonna go back into this shade called Daydreamer, and we're gonna just intensify all these three shades again. Going back with this shade called Daydreamer. Next I'm gonna go with my foundation, and for that I'm gonna be using my MAC Face and Body. I'm gonna just quickly shake it really good. This is gonna give us a good kind of like a skin tint, but not very high coverage. I always take like this much amount. It's very much of like running consistency, but it works perfectly. I'm gonna keep the most product towards the center of my face. I'm gonna start applying it using my fingers only, so you don't need to have any kind of like a brush. So next for my concealer, I'm going to be taking the Jeffree Star Cosmetics. Now this is in the shade called C5, and I'm going to just put a little bit here and here, as usual, the areas I like to kind of brighten. And I'm going to take this kind of like a same brush rather than a sponge, and I'm just going to use my fingers, kind of spread this. I'm going to quickly set my under eyes using Miss Patrick Starr's One Size Beauty Translucent Setting Powder. This I had used in my last video as well, and my skin looked like quite flawless. Using this kind of like a brush, I'm going to just take in powder, and I'm going to just set my under eyes. My chin, my smile lines, more so on my forehead. Ain't nobody want a greasy ass forehead. As you can see, I have left my cheeks because I'm gonna go in this product from Soul Beauty. This is a sister brand from Colourpop. This is like a cream to powder bronzer, and I'm using this shade Dark. Taking a very small amount, I'm gonna just kind of like bronze my skin. But next for my blush, I'm going to be taking this e.l.f. Beauty Cream Blush Palette. I'm going to be taking this kind of like a peachy undertone blush. I'm going to take my Dry Beauty blender, tap a little bit of product like this. I'm going to just place this blush over here and a little bit of on my temples like so. I'm not going to be using any highlighter today. Next, I'm going to take this Colourpop Cream Gel Eyeliner. This is in the shade called Prance. I'm just going to run it to my waterline. My eyes like kind of always water nowadays whenever I'm using any sort of product on my waterline. Okay, so it's one thing which is very much on trend are these kind of water activated eyeliner. These ones I have got from AliExpress. So I'm going to be using them together, and you just need a little amount of water. You can basically take any kind of like this art brush, and I'm going to just swirl a little bit of water. And you don't need it to be very runny, you don't need it to be very thick. And now I'm just going to create this very basic, nothing exceptional Avani Greg. Oh my god. I'm sure they're not at all even. So this is how it looks so far. I have kind of fucked this look very badly. You guys cannot see that perfectly. For my mascara, I'm gonna be taking Maybelline Sky High Mascara. This is very much, this is very much popular on TikTok again. A lot of things are very much popular on TikTok apart from me because it's banned in our country. I cannot use it. This claims to kind of blend in your lashes so that you don't need falsies. I'm not going to be using any lipstick today, but I'm going to be taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills lip gloss. It's called Pink Tourmaline. So this is the finished look. I look completely stupid. This is very much out of my alley. The only thing I regret is the water eyeliner. Rest of the things are kind of looking very pretty, fresh and dewy. Yeah, so I'm gonna see you guys next time.